Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're looking at a huge shift in technology, one that's set to completely reshape one of the most demanding industries on the planet, finance. We're talking about a new kind of AI that's promising to do, in just minutes, what takes weeks of intense human work right now.
I mean, just try to imagine the pressure of high-stakes financial analysis. A single project, let's say evaluating a company for a potential acquisition, that can take a senior analyst 2, maybe 3 weeks of non-stop grueling work to get done.
Well, a massive leap forward in artificial intelligence isn't just tweaking that timeline. It's basically strapping a rocket to it. It's launching it into a whole new dimension of speed and, you guessed it, efficiency. So, to really wrap our heads around what's changing here, we first have to appreciate the absolute mountain that financial professionals have to climb, every single day.
Their job is pretty much a high-wire act. They have to sift through these mountains of dense data, then perform incredibly complex analysis, build these intricate spreadsheet models, and then, after all that, they somehow have to create perfect, client-ready presentations, all while staring down totally impossible deadlines.
But what if those analysts had a partner, one that couldn't just keep up with that crazy pace, but could actually accelerate their entire workflow?
And that's where Claude Opus 4.6 comes in. Now, this isn't just another AI. It's a model that's been specifically engineered to handle the insane complexity of finance. It's built for sharper reasoning, for multitasking over these long, complicated projects, and for producing work that looks professional from the very first draft.
So how does this actually change the day-to-day for a financial pro? It's not just about doing things faster. It's about doing them better across the whole workflow.
It really breaks down into this powerful 3-step process that, mirrors exactly what an analyst does every day. Researching across tons of data sources, analyzing the numbers, and then creating that final polished product. This AI is designed to supercharge every single one of those steps.
Okay, now let's talk analysis. This is where it gets really powerful. This AI integrates directly into the one tool where analysts spend most of their time, Excel. What that means is it can help with everything from building complex pivot tables to creating sophisticated finance-grade charts, all without you ever having to break your flow by switching apps.
And this isn't just theory. Industry leaders like Lloyd Hilton are seeing it happen in the real world. And notice his phrase, meaningfully automate complex analysis. That's the key. It's not just taking care of simple, boring tasks. It's automating the kind of deep, complex work that usually costs teams a huge amount of time.
And from analysis, we just move right into creation. The AI takes the insights it helped you discover and brings that same power directly into PowerPoint. We're talking about generating entire, well-structured presentations pretty much from scratch. And just listen to the scale of the time savings here. Abha Sharma, who's the CTO of Hebbia, says it flat out. Tasks that once took hours are now done in minutes. And it's not just faster. He points out it actually improves the attention to detail and structure. That is a total game changer.
I mean, the difference in the final product is just night and day. Remember that due diligence task we talked about? That deep dive into a company before an acquisition? Older AI might give you a rough summary, a messy starting point that needs hours of manual work. Opus 4.6, on the other hand, delivers specific, focused answers in a polished, structured format. It's a high-quality first draft, ready for you to review.
Okay, this all sounds incredible, right? But how do we know it's actually better? Well, let's look at the numbers. So they put it to the test on an evaluation that mimics the daily grind of financial analysts. And the result, Opus 4.6 showed a massive 23 percentage point improvement over the previous top model. And that previous model was state-of-the-art just a few months ago. The pace of this progress is just staggering.
And hey, this isn't just them grading their own homework. On external, industry-standard benchmarks, which test things like researching official SEC filings and handling complex tax questions, it's achieving top-of-the-class, state-of-the-art results.
And that feeling that this is a watershed moment is being echoed all across the industry. Developers who are building tools on top of this tech are finding that tasks they used to think were really challenging for AI they've suddenly become easy. This isn't just a small step forward. It feels like a fundamental leap.
So when a technology this powerful shows up, what does that actually mean for the future of finance? Well, the first thing to remember, and this is absolutely critical, is that this is a tool to augment professionals, not replace them. For high-stakes work, that critical layer of human judgment and oversight is still completely essential.
And this leaves us with a really fascinating question. As AI gets better and better at mastering these complex, time-consuming tasks of today, it frees up the human experts to focus on what truly matters: strategy, creativity, client relationships, and, discovering that next big idea. When the grind gets automated, the human mind is finally free to innovate.